Hey there! So today we have another review. This is Cosmic Crown. It's actually been quite a while that this has been released. It was released in spring. We're all the way in fall. Strangely enough, I haven't run into it. Uh, I guess like most of the stores I go to, like they do have a ton of Cigar City. Hell, I live like an hour and a half away or 2 hours away from Cigar City, and like, but it's mostly like the general brands, including like their other IPAs. It's just like this one didn't really come up, but I recently found it at Total Wine for like the longest time. I finally found it. Total Wine. So what is this? This is Cosmic Crown is a Belgian style strong golden ale. Well, BGCP calls it golden strong ale, which makes sense because like you want like Belgian golden strong ale, but they go strong first, which makes sense. Again, so we're talking about I guess like with like inflation, the economy, blah blah. People are looking for like price, as in price and alcohol. So strong. so uh, Victory doesn't come down here specifically just the monkeys. I don't get like premium pills and all that like hoppy fun stuff. It's just like literally golden monkey, which crushes because like it's a I think a 9%. Um, it's a triple. Golden monkey, yeah, golden monkey is triple, and so this is in the realm. And so why not a local brewery try to like take up some of that space? People love high ABV. It's a price point, so let's have some price ABV to price point stuff. So their take on a Belgian style golden ale. They use Galaxy hops, and let's see how this guy tastes. Rare style, in the sense that a lot of people do produce triples, but very few style. I mean, then again, triple and Belgian Golden Strong are like literally like neck and neck. Like the nuances are to be desired, in my mind. The one that finds it is Duvel, and like Duvel is just so specific. Like they're just like it's one of those beers like if you ever have wine, like there's just no beer that actually tastes like you guys are most comfortable. I don't think there's any beer in the world that is specifically like Duvel, right? Like yeah, there's just few beers that like define the style, or at least like no one even like comes remotely close. Like there's beers like California Commune or like Anchor Steam is just Anchor Steam is Anchor Steam, right? There's like no other beers that really like there's like no other beers in that category, but there's stuff like Delirium Tremens, which is a Belgian Gold Strong, but Duvel's just Duvel. Like the carbonation, everything about it, it's like Duvel. This beer is what? Oh wow, this is canned 6 months ago. So why did I say this? So this is canned 6 months ago. Warm shelf, unfortunately, but this beer should live. But it's so dark. Look how dark that is, guys. This is a Belgian Golden Strong Ale. I would have guessed this was a dark double IPA. Like this beer is solidly deep gold, leading on light amber. Wow, wow. And like this is definitely out of SRM range for the beer. Are you guys seeing this? This is the darkest of the style I've ever seen in my life. Hopefully it doesn't suck. This is not a style that really should have issues. I mean, granted, the Galaxy hop it, so I'm not going to get into that, but peppery, sweet, sweet pears, a little bit of like candied orange, ripe, ripe palm fruits. I get like this kind of like stewed apple and like pear quality. A little bit of spiciness comes in, a little bit of like cardamom. Interesting. Yeah, just a little bit of oxidation. Um, I think, yeah, maybe something in the hip, the back there is a little funky, but wow, yeah. So they did a pretty good job. Um, Despite the color, it sells the style pretty well. Um, for me, triple ends up being a little bit spicy, or not spicy, but sweeter. This is leaner. This is a very lean Belgian beer. Mm. Despite the color, again, it tastes like a beer that's like way lower in SRM. Like I would have guessed this beer was like, if I was full blind taste this, I would have guessed this beer was like a 4 to 7 SRM. Like this is solidly like way darker than that, but a 4 to 6 SRM, 4 to 5. Yeah, a little bit of cardboardy thing going on. But it's a nice kind of like plastic phenol thing, which is like just part of like enjoying Belgian beer. Super drinkable. Have it nice and chilled. A little bit of pear esser in there. Stewed apple, stewed pear. Um, lean though, lean. Beer's dry. It's like really nice. Like I'd argue it's like maybe even drier than like delirium tremens. Is that possible? It's in that range, right? Again, delirium tremens is actually not that pale of a beer. It's actually definitely not this dark, but like definitely darker than Duvel, but in the range, somewhere in between. Quite nice, yeah. The alcohol is nice and drying. Get a little bit of oxidation. Um, Pretty good. What do they call this? They got a little passion fruit and peach. I can see a little peach in here. Um, I mean, obviously the hops are like faded, but like, wow, it's pretty good. I mean, obviously Belgian beer should be like hype packed in the sense that like the ability of like I don't know if they're probably not doing secondary fermentation. One of the great things about Belgian beer, the ability of Belgian beer to travel in the states is like there's yeast in there. There's secondary fermentation. The ability of that beer to clean up the DO, dissolve oxygen within the bottle, sort of holds out that beer pretty well. Here, I don't know if they're doing that to scrub the oxygen, but man, is that a tasty beer? You get a little bit of like hints of like tropical fruit too, which is quite nice, but um, very dry. Wow. Yeah. The cool thing about this beer, again, it's strange. The color is so dark for me. It's definitely like it's way out of style, but the flavor is fantastic. It has a light fruitiness, exactly what you want. The malt is just like really lean, and the beer is just generally very lean. It's dry, hits, and boom, boom, boom. A little bit of bitterness, like drinkability. If you want, you think Gold Monkey is drinkable? This guy is way. Wow, that's good. That's good. That's really good. I really want to find a fresh example of this to really like not have those hints of oxidation here, but I recommend this guy. For me, I wish there's a little bit more complexity going on. Like it does taste just like dry Belgian ale, strong ale, without like yeah, with esters like oxidation, like like it's just not going to like oomph off as much. Like I wish there's a little bit more uh, complexity of the ester phenol profile, this oxidation like, lingering on the back end. So maybe send me an email. For me, this gets a 90. 91. Cosmic Crown. I really wish this was fresh because I think it would absolutely crush. But the drinkability on this guy, I mean, I'm gonna ignore this. Like this would take dings in my. It should take dings. I'm gonna go 88. It just doesn't look right. Like there's no reason a Belgian Golden Strong Ale should look this dark. But until next time, guys. Cheers. Later. 89.